Hello, comic book collectors and enthusiasts. I'm Brandon. You're watching MON Comics. Hey, welcome back, YouTube. Today's going to be a relatively short video. I only have a few books I got in, 3 to be specific, from the mail this past week. A couple reasons. The first being that I didn't have a huge bunch of books I was trying to actively get. And that kind of ties into the second reason, which is because I'm saving my pennies for a show that is Sunday the 26th in Syracuse, New York. It's a small comic show at a hotel up there. So I'm saving some money and my list of comics that I want to obtain when I go to an actual show, which doesn't happen often for me. I might go to like 2 things this year. The other is the Saratoga Comic-Con. I'm trying to get out there to see a friend I made online, Randy from Marino's Collectibles, another YouTuber. Great guy. I'd like to go out there. He's setting up a booth. So that's the reason I have a small mail call this week. The next half of the video, we'll talk about the 100 subscriber giveaway, because somehow I got over 100 subscribers, and I'm very grateful, and I'll tell you all how you can enter that. All right, the first book up is kind of fitting. As I talked about a very similar book a couple weeks ago, same antagonist, but it is Iron Man number 8. This is, I got this from Shrinky's. All the sellers I'll put up in here from Whatnot, and these guys always have great older books. And this was December of 1968, so it is Silver Age. Cover art by George Tuska and written by Archie Goodwin, just like Iron Man number 7. And again, the inker is Johnny Craig of Pre-Code Horror fame. So I wanted to pick this up. I saw this was being auctioned off. I got it actually well below fair market value. It's not as good. The colors aren't as good as Iron Man 7, but I mean, that's just a great cover. I love Gladiator in the background and Iron Man in the foreground, and it's just so cool. Again, I'm a sucker for saw blades. So I saw this. I'm going to read. I've been reading all sorts of other comics lately, but I haven't read 7, and I need to read 8. So this is a little dirtier. You can see it in the lettering and the white of the page. It's still a great cover. I mean, it's not in horrible shape at all. It presents well. So saw that, and I was like, yeah, I'd like to have the second part of that story. So I picked it up, and I can't wait to read it. The next book I picked up, I've been wanting for some time for a few reasons. I picked this up from Seerojas Comics. I think I'm saying that right. On Whatnot. He's actually out of Norwich, New York, which is just down the road from me, about 40 minutes. It is X-Men 143. And this was from 1981, March. It was the cover is done by the great John Byrne, and the story was John Byrne and Chris Claremont. Love the colors of this cover. The purple and the green, and then the yellow really pops. That is Kitty Pryde on the front, of course. And the alien, which is Nagarai. And it's his only first and only appearance, because she kills him in this book. But it is a Christmas special. It's got the Christmas tree over there. I love Christmas time. My first daughter was born the day after Christmas in 2019, so kind of cool, sentimental to me. But the big reason I wanted this was a homage to Aliens, or Alien, and Chris Claremont and John Byrne wanted to pay tribute to it. And they thought they were being really clever in their writing and how they were, making subtle little changes. But at the end, Kitty kills the demon the same way that Ripley does, by blasting it with the afterburners of the X-Jet, and destroys it that way. I'll put the panels up here, and you can see it's pretty darn close. So by the time that Burns and Claremont had finished it, I read, they thought they were all subtle and no one would notice, but they were like, man, this is like real, like we're waiting for the lawsuits to roll in now. And then the lawsuits never came. So I'm a big Aliens fan. Alien and Predator, some of the best sci-fi to come out of the 80s. The first Alien is a classic, and Alien 2 was one of the best sequels ever, and then from there we won't discuss, but just really always wanted this book. He had it at a very fair price, and I jumped on it, and very happy to own that one now. The last book I picked up it took a lot of my allowance, and most of it was Amazing Spider-Man 66. I have wanted this cover forever, this book, because of the cover, rather. Mysterio, Quentin Beck is in it, of course. I got this from Crazy 4 Comics, had a lot of great Silver Age comics. It's dirty. This is going to Jeff from Comic Spa, who is the gentleman I use for all my cleaning and pressing needs. And this will go out to him. He already knows it's coming, and he's like, oh boy. Because there are, I mean, it looks pretty good, but it's dirty. It has foxing. The back page is actually, the back cover is missing some spots. But I do want to grade this because I think a little cleaned up and preserved, and this cover will look awesome. So this was November of '68, cover and penciling done by John Romita Sr. and art by written by Stan Lee, sorry. John Romita, I think he draws my favorite Spider-Man ever. It's something about the way he does the eyes that I love. And as a kid, I was always trying to replicate that. So he's obviously an iconic artist. I read this as soon as I got it. Has to do with Peter selling his motorcycle, and Mysterio breaks out of prison. And then at the end of the story, Mysterio blasts Peter with something, and Peter wakes up and he seems to be shrunken down. And then this model with Mysterio looming over him. It's a great page. So yeah, Mysterio is, of course, Quentin Beck. And I've just always wanted this book, and I never, it was just, eBay's very expensive with it and on whatnot. I told myself the most I would bid for the book in this condition, and I won it. So I'm very happy to add that to collection. So not a lot of mail pickups this week, but some really cool ones that I'm really happy to add to my collection. They will be very much appreciated and loved. So when I started this YouTube channel, I did it for a few reasons. One, I thought maybe there'd be a couple people out there that are like me, that live in the middle of nowhere, that might want some references of some good, legit sellers to buy comics from. And maybe someday my daughters would have something to look back and laugh at and say their dad really, had a passion about something and went for it. I know it's not a lot. I mean, I hit 100 subs, so it's a milestone to me, and I know it's nothing compared to what other YouTubers have, but I'm very grateful and I'm very appreciative because, like I said, if 1 or 2 people would watch this channel, I would have been fine. But this was just, it was really cool that it happened. I was at 40 subscribers a few days ago, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Mark of Legion of Comics, #WeAreLegion. Gentleman talked about me a little bit with some of his friends and was able to get me some more subscribers. A great community effort from him. I went on Instagram, followed him, I talked to him a little bit, and I can't wait to interact with more people. I thought I might meet some people doing this, and I was hoping to, because the more connections you have in this world, I feel the better. Because you can find out stuff, you have access to more books, and it's just great to talk comics with people. This is something that a lot of people are passionate about. And, it's community over competition, and I firmly believe that. And the other person I like to thank is DJ Lynx and the Lynx Squad. He was another person that, got into a chat with some friends. A gentleman by the name of Jason that reached out to me on Instagram, really nice guy. And I can't wait to go watch their videos now. I have some of my favorite YouTubers, and I will add them to the list, and I can't wait to go watch them. So, the giveaway. How we're going to do this. I've got, if you remember, I've got Avengers 21, Silver Age. Got Daredevil 65, which was 1970, so it is still technically the end of the Silver Age. I've got Ghost number 19, little DC title. And then my love for Man-Thing, Spider-Man and the Man-Thing team up. So I got these 4 books, and I'm also going to include a surprise 5th book to the winner. I'm not going to tell what that is, but I will pack these up into a Gemini mailer. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is be subscribed to my channel, and in the comments, just put #100. And then I'll pull everyone and use a program and run it and pick the winner. So this video will be coming out this Friday, the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day if you're Irish like I am. Here we go. So this will come out at 5 p.m. on St. Patrick's Day, and I will let it run until the following Thursday when I do my edits for my next video. So at that time, I'll pull all the entries, and I'll figure out the winner and announce it in my next video. So yeah, again, I can't tell anyone out there how much I appreciate this support. If you're new to watching this channel and you want to subscribe and like and leave a comment on what comics you're into reading, do you do vintage? Do you do modern? What are you into? Just tell me something about yourself. I love interacting with people. I've got a lot more comments these past few days, and it's so great to hear people say, "Oh, I love Spawn." That brings so much memories back from childhood. Or one gentleman asked about the class I took in college that was called Comic Books as Literature, and that was way up in SUNY Canton, up in upstate New York, 3 hours from where I am. So it's technically like 8 hours from New York City. So there is more to New York than the city. So I'm just really loving this interaction. I really appreciate the community helping me out and welcoming me in. And I can't wait to meet some of you. I can't wait to talk more comics, and I can't wait to make more videos. So until next time, everyone take care, be safe, have a great weekend.